And then I set it up. I tried to log into it today and it was not having it. YouTube really wastes my time, big time. And then I made another one just now and it decided to delete that and not have it work properly. So here I am on the third go. I don't know why I wasted all that time preparing. Here I am again in the morning, so sorry, my voice is very croaky. Of course, that means anyone who was ready does not know what's going on anymore. And now I've even left this one with no title or anything. So apologies. Welcome. You are here in Inktober. Um, Inktober 2024. Here are all of the previous days. And I'm just going to get started because I've already lost 5 minutes of my day now. And that might sound like, oh, it's just 5 minutes to get it back. But no, unfortunately, I have way too many things to do to be wasting 5 minutes. And if I was wasting 5 minutes, I would like to waste them doing nothing for myself, not pestering YouTube to do something it should do quite naturally. Hi, Mary Lou. Nice to see you. Sorry for just had my little rant about processes on the internet. Very, very annoying. Hello, lovely. How are you? Right, we've got some paint and the day is 8. It's for yesterday, which if you're in America or Canada, like Mary Lou here is, then you'll be fine. That's still day 8. However, for me in Japan, it's actually day 9 now. But I'm not even going to list the things I've been doing. This has just been way too much. So, little Miss Tired is me right now. But ready to do some Inktober's. Hike is the word of the day for number 9. So let's see. I think I'm gonna go for a bridge, maybe bridge or a mountain. Let me have a look. Yeah, I got something here that I think is gonna work. So I'm gonna get my paints down first. I've got this pattern of leaving a little bit of white space. We're playing with white space in Inktober this year. So I'm going to keep that up, okay? And let me see. Some mountains first. Yep, check mountains in first. So we're going to go some green in the background. Please feel free to work alongside me if you want to. But also you can just watch, or you can watch at a later date once you know exactly what I'm even creating. Some people don't like the suddenness of creating something without really knowing what's going on. That's fair enough. Thank you. Saying they look great. Yeah, I think they do look great. And they do, and that's okay to say, guys. You're allowed to say your own work looks nice. And there's little tricks I've done to make the things look great without trying too hard. And I wonder if you guys have noticed, such as using the same materials each time. I've used a variety of materials, which some people might think makes everything look a little bit crazy. Like, why are you using so many different things? But also, I've kept some consistency in how I've finished everything. You know, everything's got a signature, everything's got a little black outline. Oh, yeah, I've missed doing the painting myself. I've been very good at carrying my sketchbook everywhere, but me too. I'm well behind on lots of things. I've got really lovely Kenda packers patiently waiting for artwork as well. The monthly stuff, not monthly, seasonal stuff is coming, but yeah, tricky. But pregnancy overtook everything. And then everything I needed to do because of pregnancy overtook everything. But things might be different soon. Okay, I'm going to puff some clouds up there. More water. Water's your friend. Kitchen roll is your friend too. You can use that to pick up some of the colour. So So I'm not thinking too much about what I'm doing. I'm just sort of chucking stuff on the page. Don't overthink. Just create. It's a beautiful sunny day today. We've had so much rain for 2 full, really gloomy days here in Japan. What about you, Mary Lou? How have you been? Continue to do anything virtual after the baby is born? Yeah, I hope so. But also, we don't know how the baby's going to be born yet. So I guess we got to see. Like, I'm not planning a C-section, but if I have a C-section, I will be out of action for 6 weeks, is what I hear. Yeah, not planning things like that. But if it happens, doesn't it? So it's best I don't make any promises. But yeah, I hope so. I do hope so, and I hope it gets easier for me to be able to do things I want to do like that. So we'll see, lovely. We'll see. If there's one thing this year has taught me, it's that you just have to be open-minded and accept what comes as it decides it's coming, which is really annoying. Also, in the line of waiting for a baby, quite annoying. And I'm in 2 minds at the moment as to what I do about my baby. I know there's a lot of people who would like to see baby, but I'm in 2 minds as what to do about, like, how much social media presence, how much presence, internet presence my baby has, you know. I'd like it to be there, but I don't know if that would be in the capacity of the face being seen. I'm not sure yet. It's a curious thing these days, what to do about that. Got some trees coming in here. Happy little trees. I've got friends that conduct themselves with their children all kinds of different ways. Fully showing them all the time or not at all. But it's hard to know, you know, what things might look like down the line. 10, 15, 20 years down the line. How will your child feel? What will become of social media? What will all this AI-ness be looking like? Still autumn weather here, hoping the clouds stay at a minimum so I can watch for aurora lights. Ooh, that must be something you can just do in Canada. That is really cool. In Canada, you can just watch aurora lights. Of course you can. I've never seen any. Never. But there was that freak occurrence this year, wasn't there, where loads of people in the UK and America were seeing the aurora lights just in places you wouldn't usually, which is really cool. It's like at 4 a.m. in the UK. Many people were very excited. Back in springtime, wasn't it? Okay, so I'm not adding too much detail because I'm using colouring pencils too. The colouring pencils are going to help add detail. So I'm also using a dry brush to give an illusion of texture. Rather be New Zealand or Iceland to see them. Well, look at that. Doesn't matter where we are, we always think the grass is greener somewhere else. You're in Canada. I hear that's amazing for seeing them. But still, rather be in Iceland or New Zealand. I didn't realise you could see them in New Zealand, actually. That makes me sound uneducated, but it's fine. I'm going to do a little trick to make the water look watery here. I'm going to get lots of water on it. Use water to make water. First of all, like this, and then we're going to Put the kitchen roll in kind of rows. And the rows are going to create a watery illusion in my mind. And I'm going to put some different ones over here. Think about how our eyes see the water, actually. When we create artwork, our eyes fill in lots of the gaps, so we don't actually have to... Oh gosh, that was a bit wrong. We don't actually have to do as much as we think we do when it comes to making art. We can get away with lots of little tips and tricks. Bit of a shadow under here where our bridge is going to go. A bit more darkness down over here. And I'm going to use the kitchen paper in a row again to pick up some of the marks. There we go. I think I'm happy with that water. Maybe I'll go. There we go. Look, a little mountain scene is coming together very nicely with clouds and all. And we're at the 12-minute mark for this version here. And I'll show you my reference picture at the end so you can see how it actually has changed from the original image, which I hope brings you guys some relief that you don't have to have everything look like your reference picture. Reference to get a reference from. It doesn't have to be to copy from, you know? Yes, I do know if I'm having a boy or a girl. I didn't want to know. The doctor asked us. I said, nope, don't tell us. And within the next 5 minutes, many, many months ago, the doctor told us 3 times. And I was quite annoyed. So it has ever since been my own secret. Well, I've done my best to get Rio to keep quiet about it too. It's been our secret. So, yes, I do know. I really loathe people giving all pink or all blue items. I really, really loathe it. Mostly, I know people mean very well, but I just miss that. I loathe the lack of creativity, and I love the enforced. I loathe the enforced gender stereotypes before the baby has even become who they'd like to be. So yeah, I'm not telling people for my own sake, and many people have kind of rudely gone against my wishes, and said things like, if you just tell us the gender, then we would be able to get clothes, better able to find clothes and things. And I'm like, are you not listening to me? Are you not listening to what I want? No, I don't mind being given blue things and pink things, but as long as it's not under the guise of, it's going to be a girl, so here you are. It's going to be a boy, so here you are. And I know that maybe makes me sound very ungrateful because at the end of the day, people are giving me things. But I grew up with 2 little brothers, and there was a definite divide over the things I was allowed to have and the things they were allowed to have. I just don't like it. A baby is a baby. A child is a child. And that doesn't mean I'm trying to do any woke, make it become something it isn't, gender-wise or whatever. I'm not trying to upset people. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I want the baby to be a baby before it is forced into all sewing or all cars. You know, let it choose what it wants. Yours were all surprises you didn't know until they were born. I'm so jealous, Mary Lou, because that is exactly what I wanted. That's what my mum had, and that's what I wanted. And that is not what I was given. The doctor was, I guess, too excited, so just told me. But I wasn't given that chance, sadly, even though I asked for it, which is the story of giving birth in Japan. I wasn't given something I wanted, even though I asked for it, which sucks. But oh well. Try not to get too angry about it and carry on with my life. Okay, we're at the 16-minute mark here. Trying to keep them all neatly under 30. Well, I am keeping them all neatly under 30 so that you guys can feel like they're achievable, so that I have a restriction. I think restrictions are really great for creating art. I think they encourage you to do things you wouldn't normally do, which I think is just great in the art world. And I think we should embrace things like that. So the word was hike for this one. And I'm sure you can see how adding pencil crayon is really going to help this one very shortly. Do I give painting lessons? Yes, I do. I've done painting lessons lots of times before. I've noticed on my Buy Me a Coffee, there's linktr.ee/Misskendaljames. Oh, sorry. Yeah, from there you can find it, and buymeacoffee.com/Misskendaljames. There's a little section where I can create one-to-one Zoom lessons. Zoom anything, actually, like chats or whatever. So I think I might put a little small price on that, and if people want to book me for lessons, they can do that. Yeah, so I thought it might be like the cost of 2 coffees for an hour or something, which would be cheaper than I used to cost in the UK by far, but it could work out nicely, and it would allow me to still get an income while I'm looking after my baby, because I don't get an income. The Japanese government won't give anyone freelance any maternity pay, sadly. So thank you very much to anybody who is still helping me be a friendly neighborhood Kendall, even if the consistency is off. I do value it. Thank you. It's looking nice, huh? Right. Let's do what I do in the background. So I've got, look at this kitchen paper. It looks really nice. It matches the artwork very nicely today. Gonna add the black line to the outline, to the background, and then I'm gonna go in with some colouring pencils. And of course we've got to have ink because it's Inktober. Gonna put in some ink. Win-win for everybody. I hope so. Yeah, I'll see. Do you do any painting, Mary Lou? Right, so I normally have been doing this thicker outline here. Gosh, it's really hot in here. I'm gonna turn the air conditioning on for a second. Very, very hot. Right, get those out of the way. Over here, and I'm doing no ruled line. We've done ruled lines in the previous years. This time we're chilling out. Chilling out and keeping everything free and flowing. I like to teach people to relax. Stop getting all hell-bent over this weird idea of perfection. Perfection is the chance to make, as far as I'm concerned, it is not a visual outcome. There we go. And some colouring pencils. I don't know if those bits in the middle have dried. If it's like looking at a child's picture in the end, that is excellent, Mary Lou. I love it. then what a sense of whimsy and joy and youthfulness you can get from your childlike creation. I think that's great. Honestly. Right, we're at the 20-minute mark. I'm going to get out these lovely colouring pencils that I was given a while back. And I'm going to add some texture to all of this. The mountains, I want them to be dark coloured. So I'm going to go in with brown because it looks like I don't really have the dark green. And we can layer over them. Now, it's watercolour paper, so it has got a texture to it, which is really great. You see, I'm holding the pencil on the edge, on the side, and I'm letting the texture of the paper just like sing through here. I'll mix in some green as well. And maybe I'll mix in some different colours. I love using the edge of the pencil. It makes your work finish quicker because you're colouring in a bigger area. And it helps you cover that textured area much more quickly and easily. I'm going to use dark blue actually to bring out some of this. You can turn the page to make some of the texture come from a different angle. There we go. I think that's highlighted that quite nicely. Maybe I'll do a little bit on the clouds. Maybe I'll use this one. I'll turn it upside down so the clouds can have a different, like a shadow underneath. You know what I mean? Oops. Anyone's got any questions when you watch this afterwards or anything, please do let me know. It does enhance it, doesn't it? And you can see it immediately after. Some people might have this weird idea that if you're going to make a painting, you should paint it, and otherwise you're cheating. But honestly, if you've got tools and skills in this life and you are not using them, then more fool you for not opening up that repertoire of things you've collected in your life, I think. So yeah, get stuck in with loads of different things. Have a nice time with it. Got loads of little stones down here, so I'm just going to do random dots. Try and keep them a little bit bigger in the foreground and then just go in the background to give an illusion of going off into the distance. Remember, we're keeping all these short and sweet. All of these sessions, short and sweet. It sure does enhance it, I think. Sure does. You know how I like to go in with the trees? I go jaggedy and I let the pencil determine where parts of the trees are. If you spend ages looking at your reference picture, trying to make it look exactly like your reference picture, you will bore yourself half to death. Like, don't even. Too boring. Okay, these trees have got a brightness of like a kind of yellowness behind them. I'm just gonna put some yellow behind what is going to be green on top. Okay, and a different brighter yellow over here. It seems lighter over here where there's no cloud. So you look at it and you see green mostly and you think, oh, I should do the trees in green, I should do the mountains in green. But no, we've got all kinds of colours. Okay, and now I'm going to put green on top. And then I think I might put brown on top to make it darker in places too. Don't worry too much about where it's all going. It doesn't matter. Just scribble it in place for fun. For the fun of it. Put a bit of brown over the top to make some of the shadowy parts of the trees stand out a bit more. Shadow is more likely to be underneath something I really struggled with when I was a kid. Where do I put the shadow? And in the background I've got different kinds of trees, maybe like pine trees, so they're tall and go upwards, and then they seem to have lots of little prongs coming off of them. But I'm not gonna hurt myself worrying about what that looks like too much. And then I'm going to highlight the bridge with the ink pen. We'll get ink in here. Let's add a bit more of that texture and stuff to the water. I want it to get a bit muddier looking over here. Said no artist ever. Nobody really wants it to muddy usually. And then to our eyes, water looks like it's got these little lines in it. So just these half dotted lines will make that come together. I don't really have the colours I want here. I'm going to add a goldeny colour, and I'm going to add a brownish colour to get this muddiness. And do more of those little lines, but in a muddy tone. We don't want it to look too wavy, almost like little stitched lines here. Okay, I think that looks more like what it's meant to be already. Yeah, we got 3 minutes left, so let's put a bit of ink on it too. Let me use a thicker pen for the underside of the bridge. In fact, I'll highlight the bridge in a thicker pen. I might do a few kind of dotted lines, so it seems as if trees could be poking through it a bit. I'm not going to care too much about everything matching and touching correctly. It doesn't matter if there's little spaces between parts of what I've drawn or anything. It doesn't matter if everything looks like it goes together or not. I'm going to go more thick under there, double line that, and then I'm going to do lots of little lines here with the thick one, and then we're going to add the detail to the bridge. You know what, there's enough scope for a bit of ink over here too, and then actually I want some foreground fluffy grass over here. There we go. And I've got the thin pen coming in now. Hi everybody that's watching, thank you so much for being here. Just 2 minutes left. Okay, now we've got a bit underneath the bridge that looks like this, and it has wires coming out. I was going to say strings. It's not strings, is it? Then this bit over here will connect the bridge in that way, and that one from the background. I'm sure that goes over here. I haven't checked to see if it's in my reference picture, but that's fine. And then it goes like this, excuse me, in here and curves up here, in here and curves up here. Okay, and then lots of straight lines connecting all of that. I'm not worried about whether or not this is in the correct place. Our eyes are going to say, that is a bridge. I want to hike. And thus I've met the Inktober prompt. And I've had a nice time creating a piece of art and having a nice chat with my friend Mary Lou here. So wonderful. Win, 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 win. Lovely. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. There we go. That's the 29-minute mark. Let me see. I'm going to put my signature down over here. KJ and a 2-4. That was day number 8. Day number 8 was a hike. And I'll catch you guys in 10 minutes for day number 9. Is that all right? I hope you like it. What do you think? Do I sell these little paintings? Yeah, the idea is I will sell these little paintings as well, actually. So if you're hoping for one, and this is going to be not, this might be a colouring book or something a bit different, but these ones from last year are going to become a colouring book very soon. You'll be able to buy that for about £5. So thank you very much, everybody. That's the promised 30-minute mark, and I'll see you in 10, okay? I'm going to go put my laundry on, have a glass of milk, and then come back for the next one, okay? Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Mary Lou. I really appreciate that. And hello to everybody else in the background. See you.